That's my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Aries, welcome to your March 2019 reading with me. And happy birthday to those of you who are born towards the second half of March. Very, very happy birthday to you guys, Aries. You guys are really important zodiac signs because you're the first zodiac sign, Aries. So this is going to be your solar returns coming in at the end of the month, where the sun returns back to where it was on the day you were born. Lots of energy, especially because you guys represent the spring equinox. You'll notice on March 20th when the sun enters Aries, it also is the spring equinox where night and day are of equal balance. And we're going to have a Libra full moon right around that time, you guys, in your 7th house of relationships. So there is a lot going on for Aries towards the end of March when that fire comes back. And there are a few things I want to talk to you guys about before we get into the reading that I already have here laid out. So Aries, there is a thing called Chiron. That's an asteroid, and it has been in Pisces the majority of the last 8 years, since 2010 or something like that. Back in 2018, Chiron, it did retrograde, or it did enter Aries and then retrograde back into Pisces. But now, 2019, it is in Aries, and it's going to remain in Aries, I believe, until 2024. I'm not sure about that, but you guys should research Chiron and Aries, or just Chiron the asteroid in astrology if you guys are interested. I might do a whole separate video talking about Chiron and Aries. I think it's very important when it comes to things like healing and wounds. That's what Chiron represents. And I have noticed a significant shift in the Aries energy this month when Chiron, I think it shifted on February 19th. So it's almost been a full month of this energy in your sign, okay? I'm going to talk more about that at some other time, but I do know that this is something that is extremely affecting Aries. It might be responsible for some of the low energy that you guys are feeling, or some of those wounds coming up over the next several years. This is something to kind of prepare for and understand. But I am confident that you guys are going to handle this a bit differently than Pisces handled Chiron. Aries handles pain much more warrior-like than Pisces. You guys are less likely to accept the position of victimhood. So I definitely have a lot of faith in you guys to get through this. It's very important just to learn about certain wounds and, you know, certain healing that needs to take place for you guys, Aries. So go ahead and research Chiron and Aries if you want to know more about that. Another thing that happened this month that was huge is Uranus shifting into Taurus. That's probably something you guys have really felt. I think that you guys have felt that in a more positive way. Uranus is one of those energies that bring instability to a sign. It's a disruptor. It does bring shock and unpredictability, okay? And that has moved into Taurus. So you guys are going to feel a little bit less of that chaotic energy, that electric, unknown, strange, bizarre, unpredictable energy has moved into your 2nd house of finances and resources, okay? So it's not affecting you directly. I would say it's more affecting what you own now and your possessions, and that's going to be over the next 7 years, that Uranus transit. But it is something to be happy about that Uranus is no longer in your sign. Things can be maybe a little bit more stable now and a little bit more predictable, okay, Aries? So yeah, that's something to definitely talk about. Mars, your ruling planet, it went through Aries in February and briefly in March, and it's been in Taurus, I believe, for the majority of March, and it will be shifting into Gemini shortly in this month too. So it's always interesting to track your ruling planet, because this is going to give you energy. And I feel like Mars entering your 3rd house of Gemini is going to push Aries to say certain things. It's going to compel you to action when it comes to your word. You might be speaking out a lot about what you want to do. But please avoid arguments. This transit through Mars and Gemini, it can bring arguments, aggressive communication. But I think you guys are going to know how to harness the energy of Mars since you're ruled by Mars, okay? So there was a new moon in Pisces. I guess we need to talk a little bit here before we start the reading, guys. Pisces energy this month, at the first half of the month, is going to be all about your 12th house, okay? So heavy dreams, heavy subconscious energy, very deep. It can be dark to a certain extent too. So it's really interesting that Pisces represents your 12th house of subconscious and spirituality, okay? You're probably extremely affected by Pisces season because it is the energy that brings in your guys' birthday every year, okay? It's the ending to a chapter. Pisces represents the 12th and last house, and it hands off that energy to Aries to start this whole astrological new year over at the end of March 20th, okay? So look out for that full moon in Libra. I'll have a video for that for those of you who are interested. But that's enough astrology for now, you guys. Let's get into your reading. I'm using my Iris Oracle deck this month. This is a very creative deck that I haven't used very often. I have already pulled these cards just to save a little bit of time. And after we discuss these cards, I will clarify with regular tarot, okay? If you want to know more about these cards, look in the description box. And I suggest watching certain video walkthroughs with these cards because they're really, really nice. Alright, Aries, let's go ahead and start with the first card that came out for you. And you do have Rainbow Transference. This is a card that comes out a lot for me in this deck. So I'm interested in exploring the meaning with you. It does look like there is some sort of transference here. To me, this reminds me of that Pisces energy and that Aries energy. Oh yeah, look, one of the hands are blue. The other hand is red. Okay, so we've got some water sign energy here, and we've got some passionate energy over here. I really feel like this is Pisces kind of transferring this energy to Aries this month. All of this cycle energy, it's being transferred. Look at all the rainbow colors. That, to me, that's like chakra energy. Okay, so let's go ahead and read about Rainbow Transference to see if there's any extra messages there for you guys this month. It does seem a bit magical. You know, this does remind me a little bit of like the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. That kind of goes with my theme this month too. So I do want to mention, you guys, I don't really celebrate the manual holidays or the social holidays, but I do like to participate in the theme because what I've realized is St. Patrick's Day is like a huge portal. Just like all the holidays, the energy surges, okay? There's an energy here. With all the holidays, like last month we had that love portal with Valentine's Day. To me, Valentine's Day is a love portal. So March is the portal of luck, the portal of fortune, okay? So that explains a little bit of why I have the setting like this. And also I wanted to mention March 21st. This is the day, oh God, yeah, this is definitely what's going on here, guys. March 21st is technically the first day of Aries, even though March 20th, I believe the sun will enter Aries as well. But Pisces season is February 19th to March 20th. So the 21st, you see that number 21 up there? That leads me to talk about the 21st of this month. So there is going to be some kind of rainbow transference on the 21st of March. And I feel like it's that Pisces energy, that last chapter, handing over the energy to this red hand here. To Aries. I mean, this hand's blue with red nails, and the red hand is red with blue nails. So there's definitely some kind of transference happening on March 21st. So I feel like your reading starts out with Aries season. This is a very Aries season reading so far, okay? So let's read about what this has to say. You have found the magic connection. You have found the reason that you are not a solitary being on this earth, and that it is to share your magic with others. You have found your inner power to make beauty in all forms on this planet exist. You have the gift of being able to share it with others and also to receive this from others as well. Since the time we incarnate, it is within us, our magic, our knowledge, our rainbows. Being able to communicate or show that otherworldly treasure is not as easy as just feeling it or knowing that it is there. You have the power to fully bless others by showering your rainbow light on them, letting them feel the balance of the full spectrum of this lifetime. Each and every color has a purpose, place, and time, and each color is connected. So this is very, very chakra related. All the different chakras. You've got the crown chakra, the throat chakra, the root chakra, the sacral chakra, the third eye chakra. So there might be some chakra energies coming up here if any of those stuck out to you. And I definitely think this is a transference happening on the 21st. After Pisces energy passes through, it's all going to come in the hands of Aries. Okay, there's something being transferred to your hands, Aries, which is your season. All right, bringing in your season, experiencing your guys' birthdays. It did say something here about not being a solitary being. You are not a solitary being on this earth, Aries. You're here to share your magic with others. So there's some of you are realizing here that, you know, you're not meant to be alone. And it's really interesting. I've often said to Aries people, you guys are the first house of self, so you're kind of used to standing alone. A lot of the Aries I know live alone, no matter what age they are. You know, they kind of live alone, whether they're teenagers, they're young adults, they're older than that. A lot of Aries I know are just alone, you know, and you know that might be okay in some ways, but some of you guys are also realizing that you're not solitary creatures. Maybe some of you have been isolated for the last few months, and you're kind of, that fire, that Aries energy is really going to compel you, okay, to come out and be that I am energy that you are. You know, sharing your knowledge, your magic, and your rainbow, and then being able to communicate or show otherworldly treasure. That to me is when Mars enters Gemini at the end of the month, okay? So there is something here, to me, that is seriously something flowing to you magically when it's your season, Aries. I wanted to show you guys the pre-shuffle. I shuffled the cards with your energy before I hit record. And the bottom of the deck for the pre-shuffle is the Fool, which is a card for Aries, okay? So new beginnings this month, you guys. Maybe even taking risks, taking a leap of faith, jumping into something new, packing your bag. Some of you may have a dog or some sort of pet. But this is like starting over, Aries. Starting back at that moment that the sun enters 0° Aries on March 20th, the astrological new year, the spring equinox, and the full moon in Libra. All of those are going to feel like a tremendous new beginning. It's almost like an energetic reset. So we've got some kind of new beginning, maybe even with another fire sign, okay? Or this is you, Aries. You can definitely be the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is a passionate messenger, okay? There might be a passionate message that starts this whole new beginning off. Some of you guys may be taking a leap of faith with something passionate, charging forward. This is a Sagittarius for some of you guys, so a Sagittarius may be relevant, but this could also be you, okay? You are a fire energy, so if you guys are feeling like charging forward towards something and expressing something, I feel like expressing yourself this month is a risk, but it's one that you're probably going to take, okay? We've got it moving pretty fast here. The Knight of Wands, very passionate energy. King of Cups, there is a Scorpio man present here, a Cancer or a Pisces, but this is a water sign, masculine energy. So if this is not a water sign exterior to you, this could represent an energy that you're taking on, whether you're a female or a male. This is just about emotional mastery. Some of you guys, I am feeling an energy like you've kind of held back what you want to do and what you want to say. And I can only imagine the effects that would have on an Aries. You know, Aries are meant to charge forward like this Knight of Wands. This is very ram-like. You guys are the ram, okay? So you guys are meant to charge forward with who you are. Charging forward towards who you are, right? Because there has been some defensiveness. There has been some battles, potentially with a fire sign or a water sign, or maybe just battles with expressing your emotion. Because the King of Cups sometimes does keep his emotions a bit of a mystery so that he can be stable. But this is that Pisces energy affecting you guys. Now that you know what you feel and now that you can kind of stabilize your emotions, this has just fueled your fire even more to jump and take this new beginning. That's what I'm seeing for March. Now let's go ahead and clarify this rainbow transference. Why is rainbow transfer? I knew it. I knew the Ten of Cups would come out for this. I just seen that briefly in my head before it popped out. Because I looked at the rainbow and I'm like, you know, it would be really weird if the Ten of Cups came out for it. Because you see the rainbow? I'm hearing somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Lots of rainbow stuff here, Aries. So your chakras are definitely coming up here, but rainbows are, some of you may want to look up the spiritual symbol or meaning of a rainbow. I feel like sometimes people say rainbows are a sign from God or a sign from spirit, but it's a very happy symbol. I don't get sad vibes from rainbows, but I am hearing that, you know, after the rain, you know, it does take rain and sunshine to become, or to see a rainbow, you know what I mean? So just know that metaphorically for your life, that any sadness or struggles that you're feeling, even Pisces season being symbolic for that rain, you're going to bring in the sunshine. And that's when the rainbow is going to kind of be very relevant to you. The rainbows of your life, this is rainbow blessings, but it's transference. It's being transferred to you. This emotional happiness and abundance starting this month. Okay? Possibly even a home situation for some of you guys, family, moving. Maybe some of you guys are moving or just doing certain things to your homes to make it more abundant and more happy. But it doesn't get better than that, Aries. The Ten of Cups, we've got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy relevant here, or just some sort of emotion. Now, something has come to an emotional completion. That's the only thing here to mention about the Ten of Cups, is that it is an ending. So this tells me intuitively that most of you guys are ready to experience something new emotionally. I'm going to move this down here so you can see. So some of you guys are ready to experience something new, because after the Ten of Cups would be the Ace of Cups, which is maybe a birth to a baby, or again, I'm feeling that a lot of you guys have held in what you feel a lot of emotion in you, right? With that 12th house Pisces, dreaming a lot about what you feel. Your subconscious is trying to communicate with you about what would make you the happiest, the most abundant, and fulfilled emotionally, right? It doesn't get much better than the Ten of Cups. That's why there is no 11 of Cups. You have to go back to that Ace of Cups. So what I was going to say is that sometimes the Ace of Cups, even though it's not present, you're headed there, Aries. It may come up later on in the reading, but the Ace of Cups sometimes is someone who's held in their emotion, and then waterworks, then basically a release comes, and it's like a fire hydrant, like it's all pouring out now. Bottom of the deck so far in the reading is the Star card. So this is a wish coming in, you guys. If it's not a wish, some of you guys are wishing for some sort of abundance emotionally with a family. There are children present here. There's an Aquarius energy present here. It could be a home wish, a wish for a new home or happiness in some way, okay? But this is inspiration. The Star card is restored hope, faith, and inspiration. So we've got something here that's transferred to you so far in the reading that seems like some kind of wish, hope, or inspiration. This is really going to inspire you this month to be emotionally full, maybe even to start a new beginning emotionally, okay? Beautiful rainbow transference there with both the rainbows. Next card is Everything You Need Too Soon. And this is the card number 3. So this is like April 3rd. Maybe March 3rd is important for you guys. We have the number 3 up there. So, I mean, maybe there's an indication of a third party. We'll clarify it. There is a trine happening here. The number 3 to me, so maybe this is about communicating everything that you need. Let's read about this card. To me, this is like, being showered. Here's these rainbows again, okay? Whatever that Ten of Cups represents, that relationship, the home environment, something might come to you by the end of March, Aries. At some point in March, it showers on you. It's love, it's something. And, it's interesting. We want certain things. We desire certain things. And when they come unexpectedly, sometimes it's like too good to be true. This is a too good to be true energy. So let's read what it says in the book here, and then we'll clarify. It says, after a period of wanting, you are now being showered with love and abundance. When emerging from a state of scarcity, you can become blind to all the blessings you receive. If your cup is empty, each drop that enters feels as though it is trying to water a drought. This is a flood, and it is truly such a wonderful thing, but it can also be overwhelming at the same time. Take little sips. Take moments to count all the wonderful things happening around you. Soon your palms will reach open to receive all the goodness showering on you. So yeah, Aries, there's definitely some kind of blessing here, because the Ten of Cups talks about a blessing, and this card just brought up a blessing. So you're being showered with all this love, all these rainbows. It's like your birthday comes in, and by April 3rd, you're really going to be feeling these energies, because there is some sort of wish that is coming in very, very quickly. Something you've been waiting on, something you took a step back from recently to see if it was worth it, but there's some kind of message. This is definitely internet. Aquarius rules the internet, and the Eight of Wands rules the internet. This could be something you're saying with the Eight of Wands, Aries, or maybe Leo, Sag, but this is expression. Maybe it's even arrows of love, but it's a message that you were hoping to get, okay? It's a message that you were wishing to get, whether it's a love message, it could be a message hearing back about a house or a job, whatever would make you feel blessed and emotionally fulfilled, that is coming in. For some of you, it is a job, because there's been a heavy burden here. Okay, getting this new cup of love, it's been heavy, waiting for this new love, this new spark and emotion. Some of you, it's with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. So, interesting, Aries. Whatever it is, it's some kind of wishful message, or a message that restores hope and inspiration in you. Everything you need too soon. Everything you need too soon. Why is everything you need too soon here for Aries in March 2019? Everything you need too soon. We have the Page of Wands, and then we also have these messages coming out. So, Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Seven of Pentacles. So, this is definitely two people communicating, okay? We've got a Leo, we've got a Pisces here. But this probably is you, Aries. I've gotten the Page of Wands for you guys over the last couple of months. So, you guys are kind of in a Page of Wands kind of energy, wanting to start that new beginning, okay? This guy or girl is holding the Ace of Wands. So they have already felt some sort of spark of new inspiration. Now they're holding that spark of inspiration, and it's in their hand. They're ready to start a new journey, right? The Page of Wands is looking good, feeling good. He's expressing himself. You know, he's not really sure how things are going to turn out, but he's ready for the adventure anyways. You know, this is you in that fiery element, okay? But it's definitely you expressing yourself to a certain person, okay? This is the card for Pisces. We have this little fish here. Some of you could be dealing with Pisces. Others of you could be dealing with Sag, Leo, another Aries maybe even Scorpio, Cancer. But don't get caught up too much in the signs, you guys. This, to me, just looks like a conversation that's taking place where one person is expressing themselves in their desires to move forward, and another person is offering some sort of emotion. It could even be an apology or a love letter. The Page of Cups sometimes is an apology. Someone could be apologizing to you this month, Aries, or you could be apologizing to someone this month, but it looks like a conversation. We have two pages. So you guys are both on the same level of newness. This is someone who has new emotion to express. This is someone who has new desire and passion to express. This could also be fertility, some kind of pregnancy or something like that, or a child, okay? But to me, just to keep it safe so that it resonates with all of you, it looks like a conversation. One that you've been waiting to have for a really long time. You've been waiting to, these could be both you, Aries, you know, expressing yourself passionately and emotionally at the same time. We've talked about this a little bit in your readings already, your emotional expression. Whenever water and fire come together, it's about emotional expression. And another thing I'm picking up on here, if you're not dealing with a water sign, this is Pisces season, okay? Once again, handing off the energy to you, Aries. And I've been thinking about that a lot. I'm recording right now just a week before Aries season. It's literally a week away. So going back to this card here where there's this blue hand handing this red hand, even Chiron entering Aries was Pisces handing you, transferring energy to you, Aries. I feel like the Pisces-Aries connection, the cusp of rebirth, okay, so from March 17th to about March 25th, we're going to have a mixture of these energies. So again, if you've seen that hand here, that the same thing is going on in this picture. Blue hand, water handing something to fire, water handing something to fire. So I'm starting to understand your reading. This is definitely taken off here the 21st on. This reading is definitely about that. And again, this is something you've been waiting for, Aries. You've definitely been waiting for this. But this is the way that it goes. There is an earth sign present here as well. We have fire, water, and earth. And the only missing energy is swords, okay? So maybe there's a missing element of your truth. It's time to speak your truth and express your truth emotionally and passionately. Whatever it is you've been waiting on. Some of you guys, this is connected to some kind of job or hard work or harvest that you want back. Because this is a person who's waiting. So there is this waiting energy, taking a step back to see if this is even worth it. Did my effort even matter? Okay, someone here is... Maybe it's an apology someone's been waiting on or something. I'm not sure, Aries. But it looks like this is the Page of Wands. So everything you need too soon. It's about really starting a new journey in March because some of you guys have been feeling very, very trapped. And so there is swords here. But the reason why swords aren't coming out yet is because you're somewhere trapped mentally, Aries. Your mind is somewhere else and it's in prison, right? You're bound here. You feel blindfolded. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy coming up here for some of you. But this is just your mind, okay? But I'm telling you, when Mars enters Gemini, that's going to be your third house. And that third house is all about communication, just like these swords. It's about your mind, okay? Maybe you guys even need to do some traveling short distance wise. You could be waiting for that. But the key here, Aries, is to really ground yourself in this water, this Pisces season here. hopefully you guys grounded yourself during this time, okay? Because it was a very good time to release. And if this person would do that, then they would be allowed to kind of know how they feel, get out of their head so much, remove the blindfold and the binds here, and just move forward out the front door. Because there is a person, place, or thing, maybe it's a job or a home or a relationship, but you know, it's made you feel like a prison. It's made you feel stuck. There could be someone here in jail, you know, or some kind of hospital, mental hospital energy, or it could just be Aries really in their mind, not really knowing the way forward, especially if you're dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. For others of you who aren't dealing with earth signs, you're just dealing with, you know, you're feeling trapped inside your home because of something like stable. Queen of Pentacles is all about stability in the home, okay? This is a mother. Some of you guys are mothers and don't have enough money to make ends, and there's a new beginning financially here. Someone's assessing their finances and the stability of their home, the security. So I do sense that there's some kind of financially related trapped situation in the home, something like that. But that's something that you're walking away from, Aries. Walking away from something emotionally. Because you're tired of having this anxiety. You're turning this 9 of Swords of anxiety, again, trapped in your head with these thoughts. You're turning the 9 of Swords into the 9 of Cups, that wish. Here's that wish again, right here, that you guys are wanting, and that new spark of passion that you've been having conflict sparking. Okay, so this far in the reading, we have the 8 of Swords telling me that you are breaking out of some kind of prison. Probably when Mars enters Gemini, it gives you the power to express yourself more through words. And I have an Aries 3rd house, so I know how that feels to have Mars in the 3rd house, you know, that Mars 3rd house energy. Sometimes I can really express myself powerfully, but I think that's going to help you this month, Aries. The next card we have is Make It Look Like the Night. One of my favorite cards. We've got the 53. So March 5th could be important, or May 3rd. May 3rd, March 3rd, or March 5th, I mean. I don't know why I grabbed those here. Make It Look Like the Night. Let's check this out, Aries, and what this means in the book. But that is one of my favorite cards. This tells me that there is a mysteriousness to you guys this month. Maybe it's around the time of the Aries new moon, because there will be an Aries new moon in April, I believe. So let's go ahead and see what this card talks about. Priestess of the Night. When those who have vision in the darkness come out to celebrate the time of the moon, night is our necessary balance. Do not fear seeing what is unseen, and do not be afraid of what you see and how it makes others feel. Do we put less value on which is not sunshiny and bright? We put a veil between the sun and the moon, between darkness and light. The night is just as much the truth as the sun. You can use your all-knowing to bring your knowledge of ultimate balance and the value of the unseen to those who only live in the daylight. The Priestess of Night shows us that darkness is to help us achieve temperance. So again, temperance, Sagittarius energy coming up, and balance as well. So Aries, don't forget about night. Don't forget about the moon when the sun enters your sign. Okay, when the sun is in fire signs, it's very hot, it's very explosive, it's very, very spiritual. There's a lot of clarity, there's a lot of light. But when that new moon in Aries, this is a new moon in Aries message, because that is going to be when the moon is not visible in the sky. The new moon in Aries is going to be, you know, a time of darkness. And as this card mentioned, the darkness is also a beautiful thing. Okay, so share the knowledge that you're having, Aries, around that time of, you know, the new moon or the full moon in Libra also coming up here, when Libra is the dark and Aries is the light. That's going to be a good time for healing with Chiron present and that little shindig there. So let's see what's going on with this card. Why is Make It Look Like the Night here for Aries? Because there's a cycle completing, possibly even because of the planet Saturn that is squaring you in Capricorn. This is about cycles, okay? Something coming full circle. It could have to deal with one of the fixed signs, Leo, Taurus, Scorpio, or Aquarius. You could be dealing with any of those. Okay, but this is that full cycle that you're coming up on with your birthday, Aries. You know, you've made a full resolution around the sun again, and something's come full circle, and you're going to be celebrating the ending to something. And because of that, you know, you may even be revealing certain things that you've known. So far in the reading, we have the 9 of Pentacles at the bottom. So at this point, there is something here about this earth energy showing up. Something coming to you, Aries, a new beginning financially, potentially, that's going to put you in the garden of abundance. I mean, this is literally some sort of pinnacle coming from the gods, the sky, the universe. It's getting given right to an Aries that's financially independent or single. Some of you are single, and there might be some kind of realistic offer this month. Maybe a job, maybe a relationship. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. But yeah, this looks like someone who's really, really basking in their single, independent energy and maybe being admired by certain people, okay? Something's coming though, Aries, and you want to be very careful not to let it get stolen from you, okay? Because we've got someone here with a taking energy, a hidden agenda, lying, cheating, stealing, okay? So be careful not to let someone steal. Look how beautiful this energy is. And then there's this person walking away, it's a thief in the night. So be very careful. Watch your guys' wallets this month, okay? Some of you guys have been isolated for a while, and you're ready to come out of that isolation period. Some of you are waiting on a Virgo for some reason, or maybe you have Virgo energy. There's a Virgo here with fire energy. There's also a fire sign with Virgo energy, because we do have a Leo here. Maybe there's a fire sign with Virgo energy coming up here, and definitely a Sagittarius here. There is something you need to stand up for, Aries, and come out of your isolation in this waiting period. Some of you guys have been waiting in isolation, not saying much, not doing much. But this is an energy that's going to really get you out there. All these offers, you guys might not be able to turn something this great down. Just be very careful that it's not some kind of sneaky money or something. Someone here could be taking a very large amount of money away from a single female. So just watch that, Aries. Be very, very careful about that. But we do have the Nine of Pentacles so far, okay? Some kind of cycle of being single that's over. Okay, let's see what's coming up next. We have the card Stay Back. Stay Back. So very interesting. This card is coming up underneath the Ten of Cups in the Rainbow Transference. And it's the 29. So March 29th, that's Aries season. The end of March, maybe even the end of April, okay? All of Aries season, basically, all right? There's something here to stay back from. There's something to protect yourself from. So let's see what's going on here. This card, and there's a snake on this card. So, you know, that's that Seven of Swords energy. There is something to stay back from here. Be careful of receiving offers that if this Ace of Pentacles doesn't seem very reliable, if it is that too good to be true energy, you know, Aries, follow your intuition. But we have a snake in the grass here, okay? So be very careful. Some of you guys could be living with these types of people. So it says, it seems that we have taught to openly let others enter and leave our space as they feel. It is not your obligation to give others what they want from you just because they want it. We need boundaries. At any time we are each doing the deep and transformative work that cross on our paths. The desire to love and give are gifts, and to have those gifts can honor so many people who are a part of our life. However, let us not be taken just for our tenderness. We all have venom. It helps to protect us, especially during deep times of transition. Don't be afraid to use your venom to keep others at arm's length. The perception that you present is for people to experience as they please. That's not right. And you have the ability to bite. Okay, so this is about not letting people just slither in and out of your home, slither in and out of your life or your heart, protecting yourself from people who are in and out. Scorpio energy for some of you guys. All right, it's coming up underneath that Ten of Cups. So whatever this blessing is that's coming in, you know, Aries, you're going to be looking good. You're going to be feeling good all of a sudden. There's going to be some Aries coming out of the woodworks to turn up. You guys are a very fun energy. You're the first zodiac sign. There's going to be this ripe, new energy. And everyone's going to want a piece. Everyone's going to want a little bit of it. But you're being told to protect yourself. You know, stay back from certain energies to protect this energy. Maybe even using that Emperor venom side of you to control and say no. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and see what's going on here with the stay back. I want to know exactly what Aries should stay back from. What should Aries stay back from this month in March 2019? Okay, well, all right, we have the Judgment card. All right, so Mercury, I didn't talk about Mercury retrograde in your 12th house. Okay, so you guys could be dreaming about a lot of people from the past this month. It could be, you could be taken back to places in your dreams. If you dream about anything from the past, you know, that's Mercury in your subconscious house of dreams, making you dream about stuff from the past. The past is coming up here, Aries, towards the end of March for sure. Mercury is going to go back direct on March 28th. By then, your season is already going to be going full force. But I don't know. You want to be careful a little bit about the past until about April 10th, to maybe even longer than that, to where we're completely out of retrograde energy, past the retro shade and all that. This is a second opportunity with someone or something that you thought was dead. You know, the Judgment card, it calls people, places, and things from out of their grave. You know, there are graves here. This is like an awakening. It is forgiveness and, you know, some kind of rebirth, okay? Pluto energy. This is Pluto's energy. We have Saturn and Pluto coming up right after each other. This is the card for Saturn. This is the card for Pluto. And I'm mentioning that because these energies are both in Capricorn, Pluto and Saturn, okay? And that squares you. Capricorn squares you on the zodiac wheel. So it does create, you know, conflict and compromise. So Pluto and Saturn are important in your birth chart right now for this reading. They're going to affect you in March. And they're also important in the universe. Maybe Pluto and Saturn are going to be making, yeah, when your season comes in, Aries, at the end of March, the sun is going to start squaring Pluto and Saturn. So that's what's coming up here, which would be your happiness and stuff. So be careful about certain restrictions, certain, you know, deep subconscious stuff coming up with the Pluto card. But, you know, this does talk about staying back from a second chance. You know, some of you guys are going to be really hesitant to answer a certain phone call from someone because the Judgment card is a call, whether it's a call on your phone or if it's a call from heaven or some kind of angel. You know how when you just feel called to do something? Well, there is this is kind of weird. There's a second chance here or some kind of awakening or death or rebirth that you're being told to stay back from. Now, this did talk about transitioning, and this card talks about transformation. So heavy Scorpio energy coming up here with Pluto and the snake here, shedding a certain skin, Aries. Maybe this is talking about staying back from staying back from the past, because there are certain people and places and things from your past that don't know the new you. So, you know, sometimes that can be difficult to be the new you. And, you know, you're all about the I am, right? You're the house of the I am, the self. So, you know, I think it'll just be easier for Aries to kind of look forward to the future and be very, very particular about the things from the past coming up, because there's all this newness coming in. The Page of Wands, the world has already completed a cycle. So it's really interesting. As soon as this cycle completes, you know, there's going to be this test of judgment, this test of discernment about a second chance. And you're going to probably initially want to stay back from it, but it's interesting that it's coming up underneath this rainbow transference. So this is going to be kind of tricky, Aries, because there's going to be a lot of happiness here. Okay, there's going to be a lot of abundance here, a potential for a new beginning of passion, but also the need to kind of stay back and to use your own judgment when it comes to things and situations and people coming back from the past, especially on the 29th of March. Be very careful of anything that's coming back up from the past, okay? Any calls that you get from people from your past, exes, stuff like that. Be very careful because it could interfere this transference trying to happen, okay? It has something to do with your stability. Okay, there could be certain jobs trying to get you back, Aries. This could literally just be a job or someone in your family, a family situation or something. But this is the Ten of Pentacles. So either way, this Judgment card is related to these two cards. Maybe it's a living situation from the past that's calling back, okay? But you're being told to stay back. The cards are telling you to stay back because there's something more happy. You know, the Ten of Cups is getting given to you this month, but the Ten of Pentacles is calling you back. Could be a career. The Ten of Pentacles is sometimes a career. Okay, the 10-year cycles, like the last 10 years, the next 10 years. But yeah, this looks like a judgment call when it comes to your foundation, when it comes to your stability in the future, some kind of inheritance. Really be using your judgment when it comes to family situations, home situations, where there's lots of people involved and money, tax money, stuff like that. People coming back from the past just because of some kind of payout, just because Aries is sitting good and stable. There's going to be people wanting to come back from the past. I feel like this is about a home environment for some of you. It is linked to that wish. Staying inspired. Maybe there's an Aquarius relevant here, but you know, there was a time when Aries felt very left out in the cold. Maybe financially, maybe in a love situation, maybe in a family situation. You were left out in the cold here, Aries. Maybe even struggling with fearing poverty or homelessness, having to pay rent on your own, being all on your own. You know, but there's a need here for financial balance. It's reiterated twice here. You go from the 5 of Pentacles, there's the 6 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Pentacles. So financial juggling and balance coming up here. That's, your stability is so important to you. We've got a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio woman here. Maybe there's some conflict emotionally about this. Okay, because you're just trying to never be left out in the cold again. Alright, you're trying to maintain balance and only giving to those who give to you. Alright, because there's something here to protect about your own security, your own money. And that's right here. There is some kind of financial wish coming in here. Something that inspires you. Some of you guys do things that are inspiring. You guys have careers that are inspiring. And, you know, you restore hope for people. Okay, there's something here about that. And it's all linked to something in the past. This far in the reading, we have the 10 of Pentacles. Something that's coming to a completion. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, maybe. But this is coming to a completion, Aries. You guys are also desiring the Ace of Pentacles. There is, remember that Ace of Pentacles is trying to come in this month. It is trying to come in this month. Okay, something even more. Like, you guys are doing fine with the stability, you know, being on your own, being independent. And that's why the universe is trying to give you more, Aries. That's why it's everything you need too soon. Alright, stability, love, happiness. Like, you probably didn't think all this could come to you so soon. Okay, but that puts you in the position of a very high position. It's like, and once you get to the top, what can you do? You can only fall. So there's going to be certain people reaching out with a handout, wanting something from you, Aries. But just be very careful with this big win that you're getting this month, okay? It's being transferred to you and only you. It's everything you need too soon. But making it look like the night, that might be, you know, making it look hidden. Not really revealing everything. Staying back from, you know, financial situations from the past, maybe. This is really, really weird. But I'm gonna I kind of want to clarify it again, but I feel like that would be disrespectful. I feel like this is all about Aries using their own judgment when it comes to some kind of call this month, when it comes to the past, a second chance to be happy with someone. The next card we have is sitting on top of the world. Just like I just said, I said you're going to be put in a very high position, okay? And what is higher than sitting on top of the world? Okay, Aries, this is what you're going to feel like. I mean, look at that huge eye. You know, there's not going to be much that you can't see, especially with the sun shining on you. Like, this feels like the sun just shining on you, giving you a very eyes wide open energy in March. Okay? Even though you're making it look like the night, you're still sitting on top of the world. I'm on top of the world, eh? I'm on top of the world, eh? Like, this is awesome. And being on top of the world, being in this very high position, you know, it's everything you need too soon. And this is page 68. So let's read about sitting on top of the world. This is towards the end of March, okay? This says, you made it. Bam! You are on top. Now looking down. Don't all your struggles look tiny from up there? Dang. Enjoy this time of success and empowerment. And remember, next time you have a stress that makes you feel like it will be the end of the world, think back to this time. Think back to all the struggles that brought you to this place. And if you are in the place where you are dealing with many difficulties, think back to the last time you felt like you were on top. If you were there before, you can be there again, Aries. So at some point in March, you guys are going to feel like you're on top of the world, alright? Where you can see everything. There's going to be certain things that feel very small from up there. You know, it's interesting. You have the world, and, you know, you're in the middle of it all, Aries, but you're also sitting on top of it. Okay, we've got these two naked women here. These are very similar energies. So no wonder the world card is showing up, because you're sitting on top of it. It's a very empowered energy, like the Page of Wands. Let's see what sitting on top of the world is clarified by. Okay, we have the 10 of Swords coming up. This reminds me of that Chiron energy, very painful energy. This is what you have felt in the past, Aries. right? But the sun is coming in. This is like the light at the end of the tunnel for you guys. Lots of pain. Maybe it's mental. You know, these are swords that have been stabbed in your guys' back. Deception, betrayal, backstabbing energy, heartbreak even. Just, this is pretty much the worst that it gets. But you're getting another 10 card. I'm pretty sure all the 10s have showed up for you. We've got the 10 of Cups. Now we have the 10 of Swords. We had the 10 of Wands show up briefly. And we definitely have the 10 of Pentacles. So this is a time of ending, just like it was for Pisces. Aries, you're going to be starting very new things, including this pain. Okay, Chiron is going to bring up certain energies like this, Aries. So this is the difference between being at the lowest excuse my voice, the lowest of lows. It doesn't get much lower than the 10 of Swords, just laying there. It doesn't get much higher than the sitting on top of the world. So this is a very low, high, all-time low, highest of high. You know what I mean? That's kind of a roller coaster of energy. But I feel like this is about feeling like you're on top of the world after, you know, remember that card did talk about, you know, stress and despair and this energy. Well, the light at the end of the tunnel is showing this, the sun in Aries, the astrological new year, the springtime. It's coming to clear all that dark winter drama away. So you can get those swords out of your back, let Chiron heal you, and, you know, empower yourself to sit on top of the world. And this pain from that perspective is going to seem so small. Some of the things looking backwards, this is pain from the past here, ending, healing because of Chiron, okay? That full moon in Libra is really going to heal you. This 10 of Swords may have something to do with a Leo woman. It may have something to do with a Sagittarius woman, or you, Aries. You could also be the Queen of Wands. Some of you have a little cat. There's a black cat here that's relevant, but this is Leo energy. And, you know, it makes sense. The Queen of Wands would be showing up for you, Aries, because Leo is ruled by the sun. So if you're attracting any Leo men or women this month, please know that's because their ruling planet is shining on you. So Leos flock to whoever's birthday is going on. You know, the sun kind of attracts Leo to certain people. So you could be attracting Leo energy. This is another Leo energy. This is kind of a younger energy, though. That's that page. Okay, but, you know, this looks like, if this is you, Aries, this is you really conquering a lot of your pain with that Chiron. Now, see, Chiron is probably going to help Aries. It helped Pisces too, but I just don't think you guys are going to stay in this energy as long as Pisces did. You're going to really, you know, want to charge forward, because, again, this 8 of Swords is showing up. Some of you may feel trapped, all right? Or maybe you did feel trapped, and it definitely has something to do with a fire sign or an earth sign. Unless this is just you, Aries, feeling trapped inside your mind, but finally getting that passion back, sitting on that throne. This is on top of the world energy too. So we've got the Queen of Wands at this part of the reading. You're done with certain pain from the past, and no wonder you're looking better, feeling better, shining, okay? This is the point in the reading when you're kind of fiery, passionate. You're a leader, you know, you're kind of mastering that fire element. Thick in Aries season, you start out as the page. You're going to feel like the Page of Wands towards the beginning of Aries season. That fire is going to be lit. You're going to be saying certain stuff, expressing certain stuff again. Mars in the 3rd. Certain pain, maybe there's something from the past that needs to end, which is why you need to stay back from it or something like that, because you're about sitting on top of the world. And, you know, the world, it is big, but it looks like there's only room for one person to sit up there, Aries. There's something that you need to see from that high up. I think it's about seeing this as smaller so that you can see yourself as bigger. Okay, I feel like you're expressing something that used to be big that is now small for you. It has what I'm saying is it has doesn't have as much effect on you now, because you're the Queen of Wands now, not the Page of Wands. You have mastered this, okay? So your last card is the body card, okay? This is talking about your body. March 6th is coming up here, or June 5th, 56. So there's something here about the body. Now, I just want to say, the zodiac wheel is actually a body. You guys can look up the zodiac wheel body. Every zodiac sign rules a body part. And what I find very interesting about Aries and Pisces is that Aries rules the head, and it's the first. And then you go through all the zodiac signs all the way until you get to the feet, which is Pisces. So I see the feet and the head, Aries and Pisces energy. You start out with a transference taking place with Aries, Pisces. So that's what's going on right now in March, is that the zodiac wheel is starting over. We went down all the chakras and all the body, and it's time to start back at the head, which is Aries. Aries rules the head. That's why you guys are rams. Rams use their head to move forward. So there is something here about using your head, and there is something here about your body. So let's read about it and see if there's any additional messages. But that's what I'm getting intuitively, that there's something here. Now this does look like a little fetus too, okay? It looks like a little fetus there, kind of distorted one, but oh goodness, this is a long message. So there's something here for you, Aries. So it says, what is this thing, this vessel that we are in? Ugh, it brings a whole other complication. Through this deck, there are lots of cards to help us understand our esoteric connections, but whether we like it or not, gravity still keeps our feet on the earth in our fragile bodies. Injuries, sicknesses, our bodies are not as resilient as our spirits. We are born with instinctive fears to protect our bodies, to keep us alive, and the information we receive elevates that fear. Then, in addition to our fear, we are taught to hate our bodies and the bodies of other people. Created is a dichotomy. Created as a dichotomy in which we have ourselves. We feel our inner selves and our physical body, which we may disconnect from, or whether we're aware of it or not, we do not believe it belongs to us. I wish that I could say I found a way to overcome this struggle myself, but I haven't. I am going to try though, and maybe you can too. This is my body. It is the house to my sacred spirit, my ultimate power, and this body is going to get me where I need to go. It's going to get me to where I need to be, to shower the world with my vision and my abundance of love. So the body should be honored, even in the face of those trying to disrespect it and take ownership over it. This body is mine and only mine. This body is strong. This body is mine. So I'm picking up on someone here who, you know, this is someone who, you could be in pain in any of these places, Aries. So it did talk about certain sicknesses and just, you know, your body is coming up here, Aries, because the body of the zodiac has been enlightened. We've went through all the things. Now we're going back to the head, okay? Pisces ended it with the feet. So our bodies are going to start messaging. It's going to start sending signals to all of us, okay? Certain pain. So keep an eye out on whatever your body's doing, Aries, whatever your body's telling you to do. You know, I feel like this is both spiritual and literal. I feel like there's a logical message here about your guys' literal body images, respecting your bodies more. Those of you who are, you know, you guys are going to know if you're kind to your body or not. I think it's really important for you guys to remain confident this month, like the Queen of Wands, like the Page of Wands. You know, definitely being kinder to yourself and what you see in the mirror, okay? So let's get a clarifying card for body. Why is the body card here for Aries? Now if we're talking body, you got a perfect one, so put it on me. Yeah, okay. Please clarify body for Aries. Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, I just want to show you here, Aries, real quickly. Right above body is the World card, which is a naked woman. Okay, it doesn't have to be a woman, but it is someone who's naked, and she is covering herself up a little bit, okay? She's not all the way naked. So some of you guys don't feel comfortable in your own skin, you know. Imagine yourself, there's just a different level of confidence coming up here, being confident who you are, even without covering anything up. You know, I'm seeing one of those people that go in front of those art rooms and then they have their body painted. Like, I don't know if I'm confident enough to be like a nude model, but this is about being comfortable and loving yourself, warts and all. You know, it doesn't matter what little imperfections your body has, Aries. This is about loving your vessel because it's your temple, okay? Loving yourself enough to let it all hang out, okay? Because I'm seeing naked people here with the body card. And what clarified your body card is another naked people card. But Aries, this is the difference between being comfortable. If you can't stand in the mirror, if you can't accept yourself for naked, then this other person who's naked as well, you know, it's about accepting yourself and another person naked. These lovers could be a Gemini that's present here, but the Lovers card is so powerful. It's not just a Gemini, it's some sort of twin flame connection coming in March. But I feel like there's something linked to your body that may be energetically blocking you from attracting someone who accepts you for who you are completely. Because let me tell you, confidence is so important to Aries. Like, you're one of those zodiac signs that really need, all the fire signs need to embody confidence, because it takes confidence to be fiery. It takes confidence to lead. It takes confidence to manifest. And that's all of the fire sign energies, what they represent. But yeah, there is some sort of body here coming up. Now with these energies, I feel like this is about two people being whole. Okay? Two people really, basically you and another person, energetically, there is a body that you guys create, because one of you is masculine, one of you is feminine. So one of you embodies the lower half of the body in those first 3 chakras, and then the next person embodies the upper half of the body. So together, there is someone in March who you guys together are one being. Okay? I am feeling that here in the nakedness. I can't get over how there's a body here, and there's like, it's naked, it's naked, it's naked. Okay? It's about loving yourself for who you are. Even for the pain, you know what I mean? Like, when you're sitting on top of the world, there's going to be certain things you can see about yourself too, Aries. Definitely some kind of twin flame soulmate. The Lover's card could be a choice between two people, or maybe it's a choice that you have to make this month. It could affect your love life. This is some kind of connection. There could even be a slight hint of a third party here, because there are 3 beings in this picture. Hopefully the third party is an angel that's guiding these two people. I do feel like others of you, not all of you, but some of you are in long distance relationships, because the Lover's card sometimes talks about people who are at a distance. You know, there is this mountain here. So even the Aries who are single, even the Aries who are coupled and right next to your lover right now, or living in the same city or home, please identify the mountain that is present in between the relationships you have with others. What is standing now in this case, Aries? I feel like it's the opinion you have of yourself while you're naked, if that makes sense. You know, there might be some sexual shyness here. Someone's very modest, and you know, you just want to ask yourself how confident you are. You know, Chiron being an Aries, I feel like one of the main obstacles for you, Aries, is going to be that lack of confidence that Chiron might bring up. Not all of the time, but some of the time. One of those wounds that might come up with Chiron and Aries is, you know, confidence, making you feel a bit insecure. So be very careful, okay? Make sure you're loving yourself and attracting someone else who's just as naked and vulnerable, because there is something here about vulnerability coming up. You know, covering yourself up, bashfulness. I'm not sure. But you're definitely wanting to identify the obstacles in between you and another person. It could be literal. It could be physical distance. It could just be an emotional distance, but there is some kind of mountain here. And please know that those mountains were assigned to you both, so that you guys can, you know, still make it back to each other. Because I can't stop seeing this angel up here who's kind of orchestrating this whole thing. This is a connection here. And it's a physical connection too, because we have the body, which is physical. Okay. So the bottom of the decks here for your whole reading, Aries, we have the 8 of Wands. So there's definitely something here about travel. Now the 8 of Wands with the Lovers, this could definitely be love arrows, Sagittarius once again. We've got some wand energy coming up here. Okay, so there's going to be something here soon. There's something here about putting down a burden. There's a burden here linked to travel. There's a burden here linked to heavy responsibility, something that's getting really heavy. Maybe not communicating, not traveling, not expressing yourself. Very, very fiery here. Fire energy. Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. This has something to do with laying down these wands. Okay, making the decision to express yourself instead of carrying around this weight. This is someone who's trying to distract themselves from expressing what they feel, from manifesting something. But this is forward movement. You can move a lot faster with these wands than you could with all this dead weight here, okay? And we do have the Ace of Cups coming up. So this is very important, okay? Very important, because you're completing the 10 of Cups here. You know, this is going to be transferred to you so that you can start over, Aries. Start over. Ace of Cups, new emotion, new feelings, some kind of new beginning emotionally. And you know what? It could be with a Libra, but I feel like this is that Libra full moon. Really showering, Aries. Now, this could just be healing. If it's not love, it could be self-love, Aries. Okay? But it's coming in with this Libra energy, balance and harmony emotionally. This new beginning is going to be linked to balance and harmony, fairness and justice. And, you know, I feel like it's very, very much linked to the Libra full moon, because that's going to be in your 7th house of relationships. Okay, but remember, there is some kind of burden here that you're needing to communicate about. Maybe it involves some kind of internet, okay? But this is going to send you moving forward passionately. You could be offering a Libra love, or maybe on the Libra full moon, there's going to be some kind of emotion given to you. There's definitely going to be some healing. With Chiron and Aries, opposite of the moon in Libra, that full moon in Libra is going to be very emotionally healing to your relationships. It's going to restore balance and love into your life. Also, the Justice card could be talking about some sort of court situation or the law. I don't know if that's involved here. But Aries, you're absolutely going to start moving faster. No more of this Knight of Pentacles stagnant energy. There is a Virgo here and a Sagittarius. Some of you guys are not sure if you should accept this love offer, though. Okay, some of you guys are bored emotionally. You're waiting for a very realistic offer. You know, Aries is waiting for a very realistic offer that they can trust. Even if it takes a little bit longer, because I feel like this is a decision to make in love. Like, do I accept this couple love or not? You guys are going to be really contemplating about this emotionally, considering the foundation of your emotions. Could be a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, maybe even a Leo with water energy, or water sign with Leo energy. But this is a decision to make, whether to get back with someone or to connect with someone. There is a strong emotional connection here, though, but you're still afraid to exceed. This might be a missed opportunity for some of you, or maybe you're just simply ignoring this because it might not be from the person you're wanting it to be from. You know, the universe is trying to send you in more of this emotion and love, but you might not be seeing it because you're focused on something from the past. But that might be why you're waiting on these very realistic offers. You know, the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. So if you're cross-watching for an Aries, you know, make sure you're really backing up what you say. Okay, Aries is waiting. I mean, feelings and passion is one thing, but it doesn't really mean anything if it fizzles out. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy coming up here, or just very realistic Earth energy. Aries, you guys could be focusing more on your stability and your finances than you are love. And that's completely up to you guys, but it's all here. You know, there's different burdens in different areas of your life, but you are receiving justice over some burden that you're going to lay down. There's going to be some kind of message with the Libra moon that is linked to love, for sure. So the bottom of your deck was that 8 of Wands, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I believe it was the 8 of Wands. So some kind of communication, okay? Some kind of communication, love arrows being shot, for sure. Maybe some of you guys are going to be doing some traveling for love, messaging internationally about this distance or something. The obstacle for some of you in this relationship or in love has been communication and expression, okay? But we do have weight of truth here, okay? The truth, you guys have been waiting on this truth, and it's heavy as well, okay? There is some kind of truth here, but there's also some good things. There's also good things, Aries, all good things. All good things. So there's some kind of truth here. So this is your underlying energy, the weight of truth and the 8 of Wands. So you guys have been waiting on, maybe you guys are waiting to express the truth. Others of you have been waiting on someone else to express the truth. And it's linked to something that moves very quickly. Like the truth is going to start all this off in the right direction. It's going to shoot these arrows of communication in the right direction. And in this burden. Okay, ending these burdens, dropping heavy weights so that you can move into these good energies, okay, Aries? Definitely a Gemini here, okay? Gemini for sure, Scorpio, but there's all the signs, you guys. But yeah, this is what I have for you for March, Aries. Thank you guys so much for listening. And I do hope that while all this is going on, you don't forget to celebrate and sit on top of the world, you know. So happy birthday to you guys. The next time we talk, I believe it will be on that Libra full moon. So hopefully I see you guys there, especially you, Aries, because you're going to be extremely a huge part of that moon, okay? So if you guys want a personal reading, if this resonated with you, everything you need to know will be in the description box. I would love to work with some of you guys separately and individually so that we can just deal with your own very personal energies and not just general like this. So let me know. My email is in the description box, and I'll see you guys hopefully on the Libra full moon. Bye. Happy birthday.